Welcome back, sports fans. In this segment, I'm going to discuss what a Saints reporter wrote about the Saints so far this season, as well as his prediction for tomorrow's game. Essentially, what he'd been saying about the Saints the last few years, and basically ever since the end of the 2016 season, I believe it was, is the Saints have been something like 46-8 since that time, and they pretty much have been cruising through games. And I believe that record was actually the ones he stated, as he put it, quote unquote, that they wanted to win. That aside, 46-8 in those in important games, not too shabby for sure. But he went on to say that so far this year, because of the injury to Michael Thomas particularly, that the Saints have had to grind games out. And I've heard this in other sources as well, that Drew Brees is not quite the same, and da-da-da, and some of it's his age, and just all kinds of different theories about this. However, the idea of them having to grind games out is interesting, and this reporter noted that it was very similar to what a lot of NFL teams have to do week in and week out. He also predicted that the Saints were going to beat the Lions, and I believe his prediction was something like 31-27. But I think he took into account the starting cornerbacks possibly being out. But at that time, it looked like Michael Thomas was supposed to play. I wonder if he has since changed his prediction. I don't know that he has, but he may have. I just thought that was very interesting, what he had to say about them compared to how they've been the last few years. And under Sean Payton, they have been up and down depending on how their defense has been with Drew Brees for sure. And like I had stated, the 3 years that the Lions have beaten the Saints, each of those seasons, the Saints, I believe, were 7-9, and thus missed the playoffs each year. So bear that in mind. And what they're going to be this year, who knows? In the final segment, I'm going to give my prediction for tomorrow's game. Stay tuned to the Detroit Lions tomorrow on Ed Sports Channel.